Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be looking at the energies of the solstice. And also because it's my grandmother's birthday today and she is strongly showing up today and wanted to be a part of the readings. These are her reading glasses up here that she made me situate in just the right way, in the strange and funny ways that things happen. So we are going to take a look at the energies for you, and you each get to get your own little special Gramma story. And for you, it's going to be the fact that she had 36 grandchildren. And between my two grandparents, they had like 12 or 13 kids, right? And so the holidays were always something amazing because somehow we managed to have like such an abundance of food and everything got done at the same time, which to me is a miracle. Whenever you're trying to do a Thanksgiving dinner and trying to get everything on the table at the same time, you know what I mean. And you are serving, when you figure you have that many children and that many adults, because you figure people and partners. Yeah, it was an amazing example of planning, which is what you're all about. So let's take a look. The bottom of the deck, listening to ancestors, integrated wisdom versus knowledge, and inherited patterns and traditions. Holidays indeed. And that's from the bottom of the deck. So we're going to look at your current energies and then the advice from your guides and angels, and then the advice from my grandmother or your grandmother, whichever you feel fits most appropriately. So starting with your current energy, the emergence of hope, faith, trusting in a divine plan, all is well, patience. You plan everything, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. And so you have to, you have to trust that, okay, I I don't have control over this. That's really hard for you. I raised a Virgo. They part of the planning is them feeling like they have control, right? Not a bad thing. Let's look at what your guides want you to know. Non-action, slow down, not yet, frozen for a time. So there must be a period of waiting for things to get into the right position. I almost feel like Archangel Michael energy with the Temperance card for this, because I feel like that what may not be working out as a plan, something better is going to be coming along. Your plan might not be the best plan. The universe has great plans. Your guides and angels have great plans. So let's see what the grandmotherly advice would be. Aha moment, awakening, new directions and potential. Epiphanies sing at dawn. She's making me confess that all my life, I was never, to my family, I was never known as Dawn. It was Dawny. My aunt to this day, it's Dawny. And so was with all my family. And the little kids would call me Dawny when they were growing up, as being an aunt or whatever, Aunt Dawny. So she's like nudging me that, okay, so I had to spill the beans on that because, she would bug me if I didn't. So an aha moment, awakening, new directions and potential. Virgo. Very, very much about getting new ideas in. I know you're an earth sign, but there's so much out there for you to explore. So let's take a look at the energies in the tarot for each one of those things. So your current energies, what is going on for Virgo's current energies out there? Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. Under listening to ancestors, sometimes that wise energy can come through, right? What would they do? I'm getting pushed really hard. Back in the day, Grandma. Back in the day, you would be surprised at how they managed to get so much done with so little. They all had gardens. My grandmother raised children during the Depression. They all learned how to hunt, the sons, and she could cook anything. As a matter of fact, later in life, whenever they would have a game feed and she was like in her 60s and 70s, they would come pick her up and take her to where the game feed was at so she could direct people on how to get all the food prepared, all managing to be done at the same time, right? Yes. It's like a little general, this short little woman out there. So let's take a look at the top, the tower. So you have to have faith. You have to have trust in a divine plan. The tower is slipping the rug out from underneath you. There are things coming up in the energies, and really, I don't take it personally because I think it's the collective. I believe it's the collective, and we'll get a touch of it because we're part of the collective, but we are on a higher timeline than that, and if we're not in fear and can adjust, we'll be fine. And you should trust your plan making with that, because I think your ability, I think that's what your talent is going to be, is that you're going to take a look at things and go, okay, I'm sorry, the reference of, um, when in The Princess Bride, they go to storm the castle and they're like, okay, what do we have here that we can work with? And so they list of what the possibilities are. And Wesley says, I wish we had a cloak, and he whips it out. Oh, it fit me so nice. He let me keep it. So why wasn't that listed among our assets? It's just such a Virgo thing to say. So it cracks me up, but it's like you would take a list of all of the things that were our assets and be able to do something with them because you can. So I'm not worried about you. The sun. I'm not worried about you. The sun. Look at that. Look at that connection. I think if you trust yourself that you can do this, that you can take a situation where others might be like, okay, now what? And you're going to be like listing the assets, right? You're going to make your lists. This is a list of assets. Um, so yeah, faith, trusting in a divine plan, all is well, patience. And the final card, the Emperor, strategy. Um, just stop and give yourself time to think about it, right? Virgo, you're ruled by Mercury. You can sit and figure this out. You can organize things. What are my assets? What have I got to work with? I keep getting, my grandmother is here constantly right now. And that's what she had some, all of a sudden people would show up on the weekend to visit grandpa and grandma. Well, when you have a lot of your children living around you and you have 36 grandchildren, for her all of a sudden to have to make a family meal for 12, put another couple cans of vegetables in the soup stock and add more biscuits. Change of plans. Got it going on. All right, what do your angels and guides want you to know, Virgo? You've got this. You've got this. Whatever comes up, you've got this because you can plan it. I keep getting list the assets. Seven of Swords, strategy. This isn't about lying. This is about strategy. Non-action, slow down, not yet. Strategize first. Get a list of your assets. Decide how you want to storm the castle later, right? Eight of Pentacles. Getting things organized. Look at you, getting things organized. I know what to, I need to have this here and I need to have this here, and you know how to get that work done. And, you know, this is just so funny, this stuff coming in. Two of Cups, partnerships, whether it be love or whether it be business. It's underneath this non-action, slow down, not yet. I think the timing will eventually be right. But I think it's right now, it's about thinking and planning. And this is such beautiful energy. And you're not alone. You're not. So, Grandma's advice: Epiphanies sing at dawn. That's going to be my new mantra. I have the best ideas like in the middle of the night. I was born in the middle of the night, so I have the best crazy creative ideas anywhere between 2 to 5:30 in the morning. If I wake up and all of a sudden it's like, I get an epiphany, like on any different matter of subjects. Even how to choreograph songs. So funny. Okay. Bottom of the deck for here. Six of Swords, King of Swords, Six of Swords, moving on. This is Grandma's advice, right? You're moving out of troubled waters. She loved travel anyway. This would be a travel card. But the aha moment, new directions and potential. What do we have here? Queen of Cups. Look at this energy. Oh, look at how that in. Yeah. Epiphanies right there. Hold space. Non-action. Slow down. Your guides are saying you need to be listening to this. You need to be listening to yourself. What else? Page of Pentacles. Brand new plan. Making a brand new plan. I like that. And Knight of Pentacles. Planting seeds. Starting something new. And I think it's because you've had that aha moment. You now know what to start and what's coming next, right? This is the page. This is the Knight, right? I just love how these two blend together, because I feel this is going to be part of your biggest, you're very practical, but this is magic. And some of the things that you can do are magic. Everybody's like, oh, they're so practical and all their lists. Yeah. But some of the stuff they can do is like the fact that, it's like the fishes and loaves, like how, it's just like all of a sudden you can make so much more. You can do so much more with stuff than, than somebody else could. It's like, okay, what you can see and organize and then have come out is so much more than what somebody else could be doing with that same amount, right? That's what I feel like. And I feel like you need to trust that part of you that's that magical piece, right? The person that's like, okay, what is my next plan? Let me ground myself and figure out, Mercury, your Mercury ruled, what is my next plan of action? You might have to change that quite a bit in the future, what your plan of action is going to be. You might find that don't get bogged down in having and sticking to the same plan. Don't get bogged down in sticking to the same plan. You need to be able to say, okay, circumstances have changed. Our assets have changed. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with what we have now? Adjust, make a new plan. You can do this. You can do this. Oh, this volunteered, trust and act accordingly. I think you'll find that you have to make new plans over and over again, but you can do that. Your Mercury ruled. What else? Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. My Virgo son is a brilliant storyteller, and he has a gift for details, of course. But you can make anything your legacy. The way that you manage things can be your legacy. How you can always make sure that that the tools that are available are used in the best possible way. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. Virgo is very much a sign about caring for other people. You need to make sure that you have your own energy. You need to have your own boundaries. And in order for you to be at your best, you need to create that space. You cannot constantly being emptying out your energy because you're needed. You're needed to provide your thought process and your planning abilities. And you can't do that if you can't think straight. So set good boundaries. That doesn't mean you can't help people. It just means that you're going to be doing it in your own way without damaging yourself. Okay? So enjoy the summer solstice. I think that you have a lot of, I mean, there's unexpected things coming, but the sun follows that immediately, the Uranus, the tower. So that's why I think it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. And you have the skills to manage it. So bravo, Virgo.